Hello everyone, welcome back to Ease of Learn and how are you all? I am hoping that everyone is blessed and grateful. So today we will cover the conditional formatting and functions in Excel like if function, nested if function, concatenate, index, square, mean, max and many more. So in the previous video, I told you about the basic functions in Excel, like sum function, average, count, length, lowercase letter, and how to convert the lowercase letter into the uppercase letter, and the proper function, how to use that. So if you have not watched that video yet, then I suggest you to watch that video first, from which you can get the idea about the basic functions. I will give the link of that video in my description. So let's start with the if function. If function checks if the condition is met or not, and it returns the value if true and return the another value if false. For example, I have a list of employees, data with the department and the reason where the employees are working. So if management is decided to give 20,000 rupees to the employees who are working in the sales department and 0 rupees to the employees who are not working in the sales department. So to identify whom I have to give commission for each of the employees, I have to use if function by putting the formula is equals to if. As soon as I open the bracket, the syntax says that the first input that is required is logical test, means the condition. And in our case, the condition that we have is we are looking for the employees who are working in the sales department. So the condition or the logical test is select the cell and check the condition it is sales department sales or not. Put an inverted comma and the second input required is value if true. So if the person is from the working in the sales department, the output should be 20,000 and value if false, means if the employee is not working in the sales department, the management will give them 0 rupees as commission. So and close the bracket now and press enter. So now the output is 20,000 because Suman Kumari is working in the sales department, and to follow the same rule just drag and drop. So here we can see that Amit Kumar is not working in the sales department, so the management have to give 0 rupees as commission, and same as all these employees, the management should give them 0 rupees because they are not working in the sales department. But the Alan and Jeff are working in the sales department, so they management will give them 20,000 rupees as commission. So this is about the if function, and it is a very important function. So let's move to the nested if function. Nested if function is used when we have more than one condition or we have multiple conditions. I am using 2013 version of Excel, that's why I am using nested if function. Otherwise in the latest versions of Excel like 2016 version, there is IFS for the multiple conditions. So let's take an example. Here I have one data of any organization where places are given, and in that particular place their target is given and how much production is produced for a particular commodity or something like that, or their achievement of the particular place is also given. So I have to find is I have to give them grade according to their achievement. Whose achievement is more than 100%, I have to give that A plus grade, and whose achievement is 100%, I have to give that A grade, and whose achievement is less than 100%, I have to give that B grade. So let's do with the formula. I have to put is equals to if condition, and what I have to do is the first logical test or the first logical input is we have to check that the particular achievement is greater than or smaller, मतलब first condition is greater than 100%. Then the grade should be A plus. And if the value is false, we again put some another condition by using the if. Again bracket open, and the next condition is if select the cell again, the achievement is equals to 100%, then the grade will be A. And the next condition is, for putting the next condition we have to use again if, and the next condition is if the achievement is less than, means select that cell, and if the condition and the achievement is less than 100%, the output or the grade will be B. Close the bracket 1. As you are showing, the color is changing, so we have 3 brackets. Close again, and press enter. So to apply to all, we have A plus grade because the achievement of the Delhi place is more than 100%. So to apply to all, just drag and drop down. As we can see that the grade for Kolkata is B because the achievement is less than 100%, and grade for Mumbai is A because the achievement is 100%. So this is the basic nested if function. So the next function is SUMIF function. SUMIF function is used to sum or add the values when a condition is fulfilled. For example, I have a data of students and I want to add only the marks which is larger than 30, and below 30 marks are not added in the final output. So what I have to write is, I have to put the formula, SUMIF formula, like this: SUMIF, and the range criteria, it means the subjects, all the subjects. And here we have to write the condition. So the condition is which marks should be less than 30. No, it means the mark should be greater than 30, means it will add the values which is larger than 30. So press enter. So now you can see that the result we got is 122 because it did not counted 21 in the list because it is smaller than 30. So find out the sum for all the students for the same condition. We have to use a fill handle method like this, as I already told you about this. Here Karthik scored 0 marks because he scored less than 30 in every subject. You can also see this in the computer. He scored 18, and for that you can see this. So this is the SUMIF function. Next function is SUMIF function, or we can call it nested SUMIF function. In SUMIF function we have seen that there is only one single criteria that is that should be fulfilled, but in the SUMIF function there are multiple criteria that should be fulfilled, and after that it will calculate the values. So let's do it with an example. If we have some values and I have to find out the salaries of the employees who are working in the sales department, and I want to add those values on those salaries who are working in the sales department, and the location is Delhi. So we have now 3 conditions, and the third condition will be whose salary is 5,000. So we have now 3 conditions. First one is the employees who are working in the sales department and who are in Delhi region, and whose salary is 5,000 rupees. Okay, so here we have 3 conditions. So do it with the formula SUMIF. Now sum range. We have to first what I have to find out is salary. So select the salary column, select it, and the first condition is the department should be sales department. So this is the first condition, that the department should be the sales department, and second is the region is Delhi. So select the region column, and region is Delhi. And the third condition is the salary should be greater than 5,000 rupees. So select the salary column and put the condition that is greater than 5,000. Close the bracket and press enter. Now the output is 0 because we have the only 3 employees we have that is working in the sales department. Like Suman is working in the sales department, and Alan and Jeff are working in the sales department. And in these 3 persons, we have only what I have to find for Delhi region. So only because these 2 are employees are working in the Pune region, only one person is working in the Delhi region. But the third condition is their salary should be greater than 5,000. But here Suman is earning only 1, 2, 3, 4 rupees. So it is less than 5,000. So what we have get the result is 0. So if I change the salary is greater than 1,000 rupees, so now it add the values 1, 2, 3, 4 because now the condition, all 3 condition are get fulfilled. And if again I change some condition, if I change the value, let's suppose I will change this location from Pune to Delhi. So now it will add the value 70,000 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it gives the result of this function. So this is the sum if function who needs multiple conditions to be calculated. So the next function is index function. Index function return the value or the reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and a column in the given table. For example, I have this table. What I have to find is, I have to find the salary of Shikha. So the output should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to find out the salary of Shikha. So the index function will do work as like so the syntax says that the first input required is array. So the array is the table from, or we can say that the range where the data is given inside the table. So give that range, put a comma, and the second input required is the row number. So we have to see that what I have to need is, I have to find out the salary of Shikha. So Shikha is placed at which row? So everyone knows that what is rows and column, as I already told you in the previous video. Even you have not seen that video yet, please go and watch that video first. So Shikha is placed in 5th row. So put 5, and the second and the third input required is column number. So what I am looking for salary of Shikha. The salary is in which column? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So salary is placed as 6 number. Close the bracket and press enter. So we get the output. Shikha is earning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rupees. Or the salary of Shikha is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next function is concatenate function. It means to merge the 2 values. Like I have some values, first name of the employee and second last name of the employees are given. What I have to do is, I have to merge first name and the last name of employees in a single cell. So what I have to do is put the formula concatenate, and here the syntax says that the first parameter is text1. So select this text and press comma, and text2 is this one. Press close the bracket and just enter. So now I have got the output is Suman Kumari, but there is no space. So what can I do is, I have to do is press a comma and double inverted comma, and between that double inverted comma put a space and press enter. Then now I have received the Suman Kumari, and there is space between first name and the last name. So this is then how concatenate function works. So the next function is mean function. Mean function give you the minimum value of a cell range of anything. It will give you the minimum value. Like I want to find out the which employee is receiving or getting the minimum salary. Which employee is earning less minimum salary. So what I have to do is mean function number 1 and number 2. So I need to select the salary column, close the bracket and press enter. Now I get to know that 1 2 3 4 means who is 1 2 3 4 Suman. Suman is earning less salary from the other employees. Now the next function is max function. As mean function gives you the minimum value, max function will give you the maximum value. So if I want to know who is earning the highest salary in the organization, so what I have to do is max, press tab button and select one number, select number 2, but I want to find out the salary from the F column. I want to find out the maximum salary who is earning, which employee who. So you can see that 72,000 is the highest salary that is an organization is paying to the employee. The next function is today function. Today function will give you the date that is in your system. Like you can see that in my system the date is 24 Feb 21. So if I write today function like and I have to need write any no parameter, मुझे तो कोई भी पैरामीटर लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, इसके अंदर सिर्फ मैं blank छोड़ सकती हूँ and close the bracket and press enter. So you can see that the output is 24 to 21, that is same as the current date in my system. So it will give you the current date that is in your system. So the next function is round function. So the round function round a number to a specified number of digits. For example, in this cell, in this O2 cell, I have a number that is 32464.67, or I can write here like any number 12.45678. So I have this number and I want to round that value to 2 decimal places. So I can use a formula like here. So I can use the formula round, and that is number 1. Select that number and the number digit is that how much decimal digit you want. So I want only 2 digit. So close the bracket and press enter. So you can see that after decimal I have only 2 digits, 3 and 5. So let's move to the next function, that is SQRT function. SQRT function is used to find out the square root of a number. In this we have in example I have some values 5, 10, 20, 40, 50 and 100, and I want to find out the square root of each numbers individually. So what I have to write is SQRT, open the bracket, as the syntax says that put a number whom you want to find out the square root for. So I selected 5 and close the bracket. So it is 2.23607. So if you want to reduce the decimal values of this number, you can use this decreasing decimal points options by clicking on this. If you want to increase some decimal values, so keep clicking on this increasing option like this. And to apply this formula to or to find the square root of all these values, just hold it and drag down. We can also call it fill handle method. So next time I will use the word fill handle, not drag and down. Function is COUNTIF function. COUNTIF function counts the number of cells containing numbers, dates, numbers and the text that match specific criteria in the cell range that meet a particular condition. because if is also included in this function. So this is the basic syntax of the countif function, which we have two parameters, range and criteria. So the range is the range of the cells you want to evaluate. So let's do it with an example. We have the same example in which we have a list of employees and their information, where they are working and in which department they are working. So what I have to do is I have to find out the number of employees who are working in the sales department. So I have to put the formula, that is the range from where I want to find out the number, select it, and what I have to find it, the sales. So the output is 3 because we have 3 employees who are working in the sales department. The first one is this, and the second is this, and the third one is this. So this is the countif function. So let's move to the count ifs, or we can say that nested countif function, which are working in the multiple conditions. Like in the countif function, if we have only the single condition, that who is working in the sales department, count those numbers only. But in the nested countif function, we have more than one condition. Like I want to find out the numbers who are working in the sales department and whose salary from those who are working. Like we have already get the result, how many persons are working in the sales department. We have 3 employees who are working in the sales department. From these 3 persons who have more than 50,000 salaries, count those these number. So we have now 2 conditions. First one is the person who are working in the sales department, and the second condition is who have more than 50,000 salary. So what I have to do is criteria range. The first condition is the department cell, because we have to find out the employees who are working in the sales department. Select it, and from this cell I have to find out the sales. And the second condition we have is select the salary option, because I want to find out the salary who is more than 50,000. Select this, is greater than 50,000, and press enter. So the output is 2 because within these cells department where we have the 3 employees. First one is Suman, second one is Alan and Jeff. From these person we have the 2 person Alan and Jeff who are earning more than 50,000. They are earning 70,000 and 72,000 respectively. And the first person who is Suman she's whose salary is 1 2 3 4. That's it. It is smaller than 50,000, so it is not included. So the next topic we will cover is conditional formatting. A conditional format changes the appearance of the cells on the basis of the conditions that we specify. And if the conditions are true, the cells range is formatted, and if the conditions are not true, the cell range is not formatted. Like I want to fill blue colors in the cells who contain the text Delhi. So first step is to select the region or select the range where the data is placed between, or we can select the whole table also, or we can select the particular column also, and then go to the conditional formatting. As you can see that we have so many options for conditional formatting, but I have a condition is that choose the cells who contain the particular text. So I click on highlight cell rules, and in this we have so many options like greater than, small than, less than, between, equals to, and text that contains. So click on this. What I have to find is for Delhi, right? Delhi, which color you want to fill is blue color, In this we have no option, so to click on custom format and select blue color. As you can see that we have so many another options like border. You can give all that cell a border also. You can change the font style also. We can do italic style also. I am doing italic style, so press OK. Okay, now you can see that font style as well as the color is now changed of these particular cells who contain Delhi. And the next condition I want to like to do is to change the color, to change the color to those cells who have more than 60,000 salary. Fill the red color to those cells who earning are greater than 60,000. So select this particular column, go to the conditional formatting, click on highlight cell rules, and the next condition I have is greater than. So whose salary is more than 60,000, red color. Okay, so the change is done. And the next condition is that I want to find out the duplicacy of the numbers. Like everyone knows that roll number is always a unique number of every employee or the every student in the schools or in an organization. There is always an unique ID number. So if somehow makes a mistake and he written a duplicate data like I have done here. So I want to find out the unique duplicacy of the roll number. So select this particular column and go to the conditional formatting. We have an option like duplicate values. So duplicate values and fill the color. Okay with that color. So okay. So you can see that it indicates that these values are duplicate. So we have so many options of conditional formatting like these. We can also create some new rules, and we can clear rules also by selecting the particular column and manage rules. So that's all for today. Today we have done many important Excel functions and conditional formatting as well. And in the next video, we will cover logical functions like AND, NOT, OR, and data validation also. And thanks for watching my video. And if you really got understood what I want to taught you, then please hit the like button. And please do not forget to do share and subscribe to my channel. And do practice of these functions as well. It will help you a lot. And obviously it will help you in future. Bye bye. Take care.